Boris Johnson has agreed to strike a trade deal with Donald Trump by July next year. The lightning-quick deal could be committed to as early as the 22nd of September. It has been speculated that it could be the biggest trade deal between the US and another individual country. Initially, Donald Trump's proposal of a deal was met with skepticism, but Mr. Johnson has decided to concentrate on making it happen as he knows things might change after the US elections in November. But it will still come as a major boost to the UK's Brexit hopes. A senior government source told The Sun, "The political will is there now on both sides to do the deal by July. It's a great win for us. And Trump is also really keen to shout about it in the States. There is also a recognition on both sides of the Atlantic that it must be done by then because the US election cycle starts soon afterwards." The British and American leaders will hold talks about the trade deal in the margins of the UN General Assembly meeting on Tuesday. The two men had planned on also setting out a full roadmap for the deal's negotiation on Tuesday, but that has now been delayed for details to be ironed out, probably until when the president is next in London in December for the NATO summit. Though negotiations can't formally begin until the UK has left the EU, officials have been holding scoping talks for months. The US's biggest priority is to see a major reduction in the UK's tariffs on steel imports, as well as a reduction or end to the digital tax on tech giants. London's biggest ask is for access to the giant American market for financial services. International Trade Secretary Liz Truss, who will also be in New York this week to meet her opposite number, US trade boss Robert Lighthizer, has already insisted the UK cannot compromise on food standards or access to the NHS. But Nancy Pelosi, Democrat Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, has issued a warning after US National Security Advisor John Bolton said during a visit to the UK on Tuesday that Britain would be at the front of the trade queue with Washington after Brexit. She said in a statement, "Whatever form it takes, Brexit cannot be allowed to imperil the Good Friday Agreement, including the seamless border between the Irish Republic and Northern Ireland, especially now, as the first generation born into the hope of Good Friday 21 years ago comes into adulthood. We cannot go back," she added. If Brexit undermines the Good Friday Accord, there will be no chance of a US-UK trade agreement passing the Congress. The peace of the Good Friday Agreement is treasured by the American people and will be fiercely defended on a bicameral and bipartisan basis in the United States Congress. It comes after senior members of Congress vowed to block any trade deal between the UK and US that jeopardizes the 1998 pact.